goes for Adventures of a Sailor Girl. I'm here with Leeton and Rod. They're going south on Maverick, two-handed division for the first time. Now, who's the skipper? Oh, wait. Talk to me, Leeton. You're excited to go south?
Look, this is will be my number 7th time going south from Sydney.
Wow.
It's a bit overwhelming this time, I think. You know, this is probably the first time I've been nervous. The first time that I did the race, I was just excited and didn't know what to expect. And by now, I kind of know what to expect. And there's a lot of pressure on us, not only from from the sports point of view, but also from the owner of the boat. You know, we've got a lot of pressure to do well for him, I think, as well. Yeah.
Rod, you're...
And he's nervous because he's sailing with me.
And also, I heard you're 61 years old.
I give up.
And he looks good, doesn't he, for 61?
No, point that over there. But, I mean, Rod, you're a massive supporter of the two-handed class in Australia. We're a little bit behind the rest of the world. What are your thoughts on it being involved with the Rolex Sydney Hobart? And, of course, heading south with this one. Clearly some good camaraderie.
Well, I'm a little bit excited to go down with Leeton. We do sail well together, and that's one of our strengths, I think, is that we're very similar in our tactical output, so we won't be wobbling down the track too much. As far as two-handeds being in the Sydney to Hobart, well, it's a start. You know, you've got to. And I've had a good year to think about this, perhaps a year and a half, and a little bit of hurly-burly in between. And it's a good start, and I think it'll just be a matter of time before we're up for the big one.
And you're actually in the running for the Tattersall Cup, but this class is just fantastic for me. I think it's a great way for people to just get out on the water. There's no issue with trying to get multiple crew together. You only need 2. So, I mean, Leeton, given that you've done 7 Hobarts before, does this one mean something a little different to you? Or?
Yeah, absolutely. As Rod said, you know, we've been sailing together quite a lot, you know, over the last few years. We're pretty good mates. Neither of us have a brain filter, which is sometimes good and sometimes bad.
Does this mean I have to record you on the way south? Or?
Well, I tell you, there'd be just a lot of beeping throughout the whole thing, I think, and you know, we'd probably have a lawsuit when we got there. So, but no, it is really, it's a whole different thing, you know, this doing it two-handed. One of the things out there, you know, there are people think that it's kind of easy, and it's the most difficult thing that I've ever done in my life is two-handed sailing, and to do this challenge, this is going to be the peak for me. It's going to be the most amazing thing. The fact that people think, oh, we've got an autopilot, you know, and it does the work. It doesn't. It holds the helm like it's our worst steerer. And it holds the helm while we're doing sail trims, and then we go back and steer. You know, it's kind of like having that extra crew member who's not quite as good, but they just able to hang in there while you're off doing something else.
While you're changing a sail or putting a spin sail trim, down
absolutely. You know, and to be relying on an autopilot to steer you through, say, like a 5-metre seaway while you're trying to change a head sail, I tell you, I'd rather a person there any day of the week. So that's part of the, you know, that whole challenge of doing it and being able to deal with those, you know, sometimes the surges and sometimes the autopilot throwing you into a roundup.
For sure. Now, Rod, I know that...
I'm just excited by the fact that he said that I'm better than the pilot steering.
True. Yeah. True. Now, I've got to ask you, I know last year you got here, literally got here and had to turn around. So what does it mean to you to actually get to potentially race this time around?
Well, theoretically, it's going to be awesome. Like the excitement now for me to turn up on this start line is just, it's getting to fever pitch.
And the Rolex Sydney Hobart is something special, isn't it? I mean, what does it mean to you?
Well, Leeton and I rolled up in 219 and I've just got to get a bit of texture, so we're repurposing.
I'm going to sort that out for you. White out, I think.
White out.
Or maybe some white sail tape.
Yeah, we can do that. Sailing with Leeton last time was awesome, just together. It's just a whole new level.
Yeah, excellent. And Leeton, what does the Hobart mean to you?
I didn't even want to do my first one. I actually did it because...
So you're that crazy?
I did it because one of my mates wanted to do it, and I'd never even watched the start.
Oh, wow.
I've done a lot of sailing. Yeah, I've only been sailing 10 years, so I'm actually quite young to the sport.
Well, 61.
So, you know, like, I don't know. I feel that when I'm here, it's kind of busy and stressful, but ask me in Hobart and I'll tell you how I really feel, because after I've had a couple of rums in me, I'll tell you how I really feel about it, you know.
Awesome.
So I find it's quite overwhelming. I've not been this excited or this concerned for a long time.
Oh, Leeton, that's so lovely, and I'm just so happy that we got to talk to the whole crew on this boat at the same time.
Well,
Leeton, Rob, Merry Christmas, Happy Hobart, and I hopefully will see you on the dock in Tassie.
Thanks.
You'll definitely see us on the dock.
Yeah.
We're guaranteed finishes.
Yeah.
Whether we'll be on the podium, I don't know, but we definitely will be there.
Love it.
Cheers.